Hey guys, this is me and George. We're going to look at one of his last games. He lost by, I think it was 4 points, and we'll just take a look and see how it went. Okay, where are the Blackstones today? This doesn't mean a lot, but you notice how this Shamari is facing in a good direction?
Mm.
There was a big discussion back in the mid to late 50s about this Shamari is bigger than the other one. Therefore, black should be playing here. But then the other top pro said, well, but you don't know if white's going to let you have the Shamari. So there was a big discussion. It was just funny. Those kind of discussions from back then, a lot of people, it's just forgotten nowadays. Kind of like back in the day. I know I'm completely rambling here. I think it was the same two players made a point of playing a bunch of oddball openings and all the Great Wall, the center Panuki, and they're all within a point. They're all fine. They did all these experimentations. Anyway, here we are. All is good. Yeah. This is downright important in this case. If we just play regular, he's getting everything he wants here. And of course, you're playing the fourth move in a corner rather than the second one. So yeah, this is a big move. Where? For black. I am so curious. Walk me through your thinking here.
I think I probably didn't think too much here because the jump at G17 is what comes to mind straight away. I also know I have to be careful on time because I can think a long time on some moves. So
yeah,
I think at this point I just jumped without thinking much.
So sorry, got something down my throat there. So black can't live in the corner as it is, but now he can. So anything on the outside if white has to come back, then black can live. If white doesn't have to come back, so that's the whole question. Is the cut meaningful? And at this point, it's not. But later on, it will be. So the corner isn't all whites because there's going to be a lot of play left and things are going to look different. So it's big, but I wonder about urgency. But on the right, getting a black move over here is awfully big. So there's a lot of questions on this board.
Yeah, and I guess there's already a 3-1. There's 3 white stones against the 1 black stone. So if I play the 5th move in that corner.
Right. So blacks could be playing the 5th move in the corner while white can play this. Sorry. White's going to be playing the 5th while black's playing the 2nd. And that's the second time we've referenced this, And the idea is the first move in the corner is the biggest, the second move in the corner is the second biggest, this kind of thing. And let's look at the move he's not playing. So black can get stable points, and one wonders why is black jumping ahead? And the idea is that black's pushing from behind here, and white's getting really big Sente, right? So the Joseki is pretty much considered give up a stone, and let's see how that goes here. So black give up a stone in the corner, but black's left with a wonderful shape, flexibility, and Sente. So that's why we jump, because just struggling along is a little slow, and just a little maybe. Really weird. There you go. I was so afraid you weren't going to play that. This should put you ahead in the game. So I don't see anything remotely urgent about this move. But there can be a lot said over here. There's, yeah, some interesting things here. So you get this guy. So you were pretty weak up there, and now white's kind of weak up there. Just contact. Yeah.
And the push here for white?
Let's put this stone here. Now, this is a known Joseki, and if white tries to cut, it's easy to give the stone up, and we haven't lost anything as black. But when white's here, I can just push and cut, and black's behind. So we have to play this way. Now, I say we have to. I haven't checked this out with AI, but this is a long-standing Joseki. Now, there's a lot of long-standing Josekis that AI goes, nope, not anymore, and that's fine. Hard to imagine this is one of them because there's a cut there. But booms, and we save the cut. Okay. And notice, as we save the cut, it bothers that white stone. So this black stone is doing double duty, suggesting that white's move is kind of slow. Cutting's faster. This is faster. Anything's faster here. Okay. Walk me through the thinking. Next idea here.
Well, the first thing is, can I cut? And I cannot cut. He can just kill my cutting stone.
Okay.
So I am out. I'm not behind enemy lions. But my base is being threatened at the moment, and there's this principle run before living. I just ran because my beat stone's now out. So that makes me think I should, kind of stabilize my group somehow. Because I don't feel comfortable playing away at this point.
And why?
Well, actually, I guess I'm out with one eye.
Yeah.
So in that case, maybe
standard. That's the same as just a second. Same as your C group, 1-9 running.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. On top of which, white's A group is not ready to attack anything. So your beat group is quite healthy. What do you think?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I mean, I would now, if I was to play, I would think about putting pressure on one of the white groups in order to help my B group while I bother white. I think I remember why I played now.
Okay, so bother white, help B. Now you just did a mix-up. If B is our primary, then help B, that would be primary, and hurt
Yeah.
one of the C groups or take the corner, something like that. But when you reversed it, you said, well, since B is my goal, I want to bother one of the white groups. B's not your goal.
Yeah.
We haven't yet established that you want to hurt D or E. So if you're not weak, which I don't see how we can say you are, white is in no position to attack you. When I'm running, no problems. So we either look for a weak white group. No, okay, looks like A is weak-ish, and white would love to get some Sente move in here. So I like the idea of hurting A, helping B. And that's going to put white down at one eye or no eyes. So that's nice. Or we could say, I'm fine. He's pretty much fine. I don't want to attack. It's still a little early to be attacking. So I'm going to play a big move, which would be C or D. D's big looking.
Yeah.
Is the thinking sound okay?
Yes, and I think I actually kind of pressed the A group, but yeah, I think the thinking is makes sense to me.
So the proverb says, don't peep when you can cut, but you can't cut. Interesting. Okay. You can't cut. You're not going to be able to cut. So the peep, if it's useful. Was it useful? Oh, yeah. You're now virtually alive on top. Not a lot of points, but points times 2, and white has no eyes. Fantastic. White is really hurt now. That was big. Is that Sente?
I did think against the 2 stones, but it does put my main group behind enemy lines.
Are you
Just,
already alive?
you mean on top? What do you?
Yeah, well, let's see. Is this Sente? That's perhaps the question. I guess I'd say yes.
Yeah.
You can't let white have that move if it's for free. Okay. This way. Tell you what, let's give white this move and Sente. How's white going to attack you? Remember, there's this nasty cut, so white has to be careful. Perhaps this way, just walk out. Shouldn't be a problem, and you can live in the corner anyway. So, yeah, I'm not seeing it. And you can, you're alive. So there's no urgency there, but you're about to give away the whole purpose of this exchange. White is horribly weak. And you're getting the points and everything. And so maintaining that. If you just can't bear to give white that other move, you can always play this way. but I see this as a pretty good attacking move against white.
I was just saying that my main group's behind enemy lines, and so the primary goal is to get out. I'm not locally alive. Well,
Well, you do have Miai for complete health,
okay,
living
yeah.
or completely out.
Yeah.
And now let's add one extra thing here. Let's say we're uncomfortable. I'm going to remove Q11. Okay, my black group's uncomfortable. Let's just make this our assumption. There's a few ways of helping our group. That's one way. We're in agreement?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we make him weak, that helps us. So here, that makes white weak. It's a double sente. Makes white weak. We have defended our corner.
Yeah.
If we play again, does this also keep him weak? Yeah, it's got a cut right there. If he's cut, he's dead. I mean, if he's cut by our main group. So even if it plays out this way, which will run first, but all is well.
Okay. Yeah, in this version, I think I'd feel slightly uncomfortable because white got the power move to the outside, and then I played the inside move in order to live
So I was saying we would run first,
first.
but at the very least, we're alive. Yeah, we'd run first. White does have two uncomfortable groups there.
Yeah.
And white since we can live at any moment, he can't surround us anyway. He's getting much too thin here. So I'm putting much more. I guess I'm saying white's so weak, there really is no problem since we can live or get out. Also, if we imagine running this way, I would say there's two problems with this move. One, we're playing too close to his thickness, and one, we're making the smallest step and go. The what do you call it? A walk? What do you? There's no space here. Still too close to thickness. No space here. Getting away from that little thickness with space.
Yeah.
So faster. Agreeing? Disagreeing?
Yeah. It also just looks very slow to me, that Kasumi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
I sure want to go faster, even this fast. I'm just putting way more faith in my group than you are.
Yeah.
It's
And also,
pretty fast.
the M13 stone isn't an important stone, right? So there's no need to say that like I did.
We'd be delighted. He still has to capture it.
Yeah.
There's no net. Later, there's a ladder breaker.
Yeah.
One thing we've mentioned many times, but it's a constant struggle for me since I've spent so much time away from competitive play, is pretty much everything we're saying you totally know. And yet here we are in a game. How do you play what you know? Maybe a better question is what stops us? I think one thing is the fears. I don't know. It's a hard question.
Yeah, I think I'm having the same problem that I had when I last played you. Thinking that I'll play a safe game, and I think my thinking here is that there's a part of me that thinks I'm stronger than a 2Q, so therefore I'll just play a safe, simple, and then I lose.
Yeah.
That's the same problem I had with you when I play handicap often.
Yeah. And we've talked about, for you specifically, there's on the one hand, you've gotten super strong. That's your knowledge base and your moves when you play them. And then there's your old habits, the fears, oh, he's only 2Q. I'll do whatever I want. The attitude, and just everything starts falling to pieces. And I face a lot of the same things in my games. I'll play some 2Q and it's like, he's 2Q. Give me a break. And then I'm like, how did I get in this trouble? Because, same thing. It's very hard to play the game This is something that comes up a lot in Hikari no Go, where, very deep, they go, oh, if I can just play my own game, if I can just play calmly or something like that. Not easy to do. Yeah, I've got to admit, I'm feeling heavier and heavier here. I hate this white move. What the effect it has on the left, the effect it has on my group. What do you do?
N11. Yeah.
N11.
I'm just gonna get sealed in.
And?
Yeah. I'd have to extend, I think. 11. Yeah, it's not looking good.
Well, first, let's get the question answered. I would say let's look at a few ideas. This is the vulgar way. If he responds, then we got out pretty comfortably while we hurt white. It's a bit vulgar, giving white some real options. White might choose a different path. So let's try a more obvious B here. That's the getting out move, right?
Hmm.
And the fear would be this move. So Atari. Capture.
Yeah. So
Capture. Let's play here, which threatens to cut white apart. Let's have white save. And then, so we're getting out pretty easily here.
and the other Atari for white?
Go ahead and show me you have control. Yeah. So Atari back and same sort of thing. There's lots of things to look at. There's Ko. Let's say we don't want to play Ko. Then double Atari, and we're out and attacking white on top. So, and that's without even thinking about Ko. There's so many options for black. Now, the problem is we got ourselves in trouble. So, yeah, we might have to give something up. You might decide, heck with that, I'm just going to live. Okay, and let's have just white finish. Then you get on. Then from there, you go about your business. So it's just a lot of options. But I would want to start with, I'd probably play here saying, I dare you to try to surround me. I double dare you. It's just not going to happen. White's too weak. White, what, wants to get out? Then I'm going to get out, I don't know, real fast. I think White's in trouble here.
Yeah.
Okay, lots to talk about, but we'll go this direction. That's silly. If I'm white, I'm so happy to give up those 2 stones, right? Oh, I'm so glad you took my stones. And now I get 2 moves somewhere else. Wow. Huge. 2 moves somewhere else. Those 2 stones, black's alive, right? Why are we trying to save our 2 stones? Anyway, here, out, okay. Take it. You don't want any eyes. Wow.
Um,
Are you going to save your cut?
yes.
Can we get surrounded here? What, here? Well, maybe. Oh, we can connect under. So, yeah, you need your eye, right? Let's keep an eye.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets Sente, but now we can. We only have the one eye. We almost 2 eyes in the corner, and there's hidden eyes, right? A whole bunch of hidden eyes here.
Yeah, and it keeps them separate.
Yeah. Okay. So at this point, our 2 groups are fine. This seems to be true. White's A group got the tail, which virtually giving him life. That's so big. Just got to put it down one more time. I mean, that's such a big difference.
Mhm.
Huge difference. So white to play, but I'm still interested in black A and I guess B. I'm sorry, C and D. Those seem to be the next 2 spots. White plays. Yeah, but why not third line? That's the next one, right?
Yeah, I guess I was a bit worried about him splitting. I wanted to kind of play from my weakish group. Yeah.
I'm not. We can do anything we want here as black now.
Yeah. Okay.
He simply doesn't have time. What's the worst he can do? This? And that's a little scary. Let's just allow white to really get out here. Still black's just out.
Yeah.
Trying to give white everything white can possibly get. So third line. So this is really nice. I mean, you're developing so many great things here. But this is just so big and it sure looks like Sente. So I would go third line, but obviously your move looks very pretty. And it's doing all the jobs you want, but I think the third line's probably better. Cute. Yeah. So we're getting out. If we say, and we're keeping up the pressure on the A group, well, I don't want to say that's not true, but it seems a bit far-fetched. Well, I'm keeping up the pressure on the B group. Well, I don't want to say that's not true, but I think it's kind of far-fetched. So what can we say? Well, I don't like the pressure on my A group. I'm just seeing so many holes here. I just got to do something else first. I mean, you cannot kill me in one move. So I'm going to start playing around with your weaknesses before I do anything else. Let's look at some possibilities here. Boom, I'm out. And white has 2 weak stones in the center. Okay, let's try another one here. What's white going to do? I don't see there's anything to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're totally taking care of the main thing. But we're spending time here, but it's a review, and we're trying to get viewers for a little light to turn on. So yeah, we might be boring someone, but I want to look at a couple things. Let's look at this move from the viewpoint of the list, and then we're going to do it from the viewpoint of the OODA loop. Okay. Am I okay? Well, there's no denying my A group is feeling awkward. I can get an I in, let's say, Gote, and I have a hidden I, and I can get out. It's not terrible. What else? I would really like to help my B stone. I mean, that's a nice looking stone. I believe I have time to do this. As a matter of fact, that's probably the move I would play. Well, what if you start surrounding you? Well, first of all, that's not so easy to do. Secondly, you're so prepared to start being aggressive here. Doing this right off. So I want to defend A, back to the top of the list. As I'm defending A, is there another black entity I can help? Yeah, my B group. Okay. As I help A and help B, is there a third black group I can help? No. Is there a white group I can bother? Yeah, a couple of them. So following the list might bring us here, or might bring us to here, saying, I've made you so weak, you can't do anything. So it would lead us to one of those moves. Now, that was a weak list, but is it enough to kind of, we see what's going on list price?
It's great. Yeah.
Okay. I think if we spent a lot of time, we could walk through the list very cautiously and carefully and find out which of these moves the list brings us to. It's a lot of work, and it's by no means something you want to do move after move, but rather we can say the list will certainly bring us to A or B. Okay, let's do the OODA. And I always have to do in my mind. First O is observe. Okay, we are observing that our A group has some troubles. B has some troubles. His two C stones have troubles. What's the weakest of these? Well, our B guys looks like is going to die next move. Our A, lots of opportunities. So next O, observe, orient. Oh, we're not done observing. We observe the left is big. We observe a corner. We observe that his F group is not great. Of all these things we see, we now want to orient ourselves. Which of these seems to be the important point? Well, seeing as how B is defending a B stone, developing an area, and totally helping our weakish group at A, man, we're going after it. We're helping B. How am I doing so far?
Yeah, makes sense.
So we've observed what's going on. We've oriented, saying B is our business. Then we look at what are the ways of doing that. Boom, boom. These seem to be the ways of doing it. Of all these, gosh, C. Like, it's so strong. It's so big. Does it do enough? Oh, yeah. If white doesn't respond, white's toast.
I love how it also prepares to cut. But if you want to A straight away, then it has to be
Yeah, I want to play A so bad. This is where I get messed up. Oh, he's only 2Q. I'll just slice him and dice him, and it's like my ego gets involved. He's only 2Q. Famous last words. I found some 2Qs, 1Qs on KGS that are really strong. Yeah, they got some gaps, but they're so strong. And then I found some 3-4 downs that are like, what are you, stupid? Because it's funny how that goes. Okay. All that being said, we're going to go about our business. And now I'm going to say, gosh, it's 4-1 in White's favor in the A area. 3-1, 4-1. I don't see any weak White groups over there. I'm done over there. I'm heading over to B in hopes of preparing for C. Fighting here, I can't see it going too well. Yeah, you might accomplish something. He's letting you do some stuff. Not entirely sure what we're doing. So you were fine. You are fine. He was fine. He is fine. In Gote, you picked up some small points.
Yeah.
So these are key, acknowledging that he totally has the advantage on the right.
Yeah.
But you can do stuff. Yeah, you can do stuff all over the place. Well, what's the place? I think it's time to get over to B. So being objective, maybe that's what's so hard in the middle of a game, to objectively see the situation. That's, to me specifically, that's where the OODA list is helpful, because it says, well, step 1, back off, observe things. I don't know how to do that subjectively. Observe the board, not where you're looking. Observe the whole board. That's really helpful to me. So we get through this. White gets Sente, which is huge. Oh, that's so big. Yeah. I say, yeah, just take it. Take A. Let him have whatever he wants over there.
Mm.
Sure. What are we doing?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I think I wanted a kind of an easy way into the left, and thinking that he's slightly weak, but I don't think he's as weak as I thought he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're saying, I'm not really attacking. I'm just trying to get over to area 1.
Yeah. I could have just played in area 1.
Way back here, just go play in area 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think keep going on this one, or bringing up that other one for a while?
Yeah, let's bring up the other one. Good idea.
Okay.
Maybe we should stop this video and start another one.
Any problem with keeping it?
Also not.
Okay, let's just keep it, since we're a little short on time. We're stuck at a serious 2 minutes before the hour. So out of this one, save it. I'm going to save the options just because I know you like that. Back over to Dosen. Go over to Hill. Open private over to there. Share the screen. We're still recording, and you can walk in when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm watching through Google Meet. Oh, come in anyway. Cool.
Okay. where the black stones. One thing AI has shown us is there's no reason to be afraid of something like this whatsoever. Just come on in and don't worry. One thing the AI is saying a lot to us, don't worry about it. Just play the local good move. Everything will work out. I'm believing that more than I ever have because of what AI has been doing. 3-3, obviously fine. If you're an official student of mine, I'd say stay away from the 3-3 till you're at least a solid 3 done. Of course, it's a fine move, but it's a funny move that most people don't know how to use. Can we agree this can get extremely complex?
Yeah, this is the Taisha, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the name means of 1,000 variations. You can just not accept the variations.
Okay, yeah.
No problems.
Nice.
Yeah. Easy, no problems. Now, this also is not a problem. We could spend hours on this sucker. Yeah. This is where Shusaku made his ear-reddening mistake. Really? The whole reason to play this for black is because white's weak. You must gain his weakness.
I think
however you're going to do it.
Yeah. I think I felt like I kind of made a big mistake and lost out on that Joseki. Because I kind of felt like he had almost captured my 2 stones. Doesn't make much sense. Yeah.
There's certain sorts of questions that I've struggled with a lot over the years. When I think, oh, I'm getting so good, and then something simple will just throw me for a loop. So here, what should you do? You start getting strong feelings in both directions. Like, well, everyone's weak here. White and black both have a weak group. And I get Sente. I mean, how about he's running? Am I running? No, I'm chasing.
Yeah, and I'm the only one with one weak group, right? So I can kind of push on one and attack the other.
Yeah. There you go. And that's it. That's just a capture. Okay.
I think I should have played E16. I'm looking back on it.
E16 is so big and bothers that and really hurts that stone a lot. And we can see the top developing way bigger than the white's bottom area developing. Yeah, pretty important. Yeah. You obviously don't want white developing the bottom. Yeah. I don't think I'd be concerned. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to put it here just so we don't have to worry about the top one way or another. And white's going to play, let's do it this way. And what's our fear? This? So a few things. Let's just put a stone over here. Oh, but white might get the bottom. Well, to do that, he has to add a stone. He just spent 2 moves next to absolute life. It's a waste of time. But if he doesn't, we can come anytime we want. Come in anytime we want. So we want white to have this area. That's the trick. Now we can force him to take it, Hey, he got the whole thing. Yeah, it's true, but not good for him. Okay. Now that's funny because this is a big move, stopping white from getting a big area. It's just not an important area. He comes in. We play this. Uh-huh. Uh-uh. White should not leave those cuts. Okay, so for viewers, are we done? Are we not done? It's always hard to know. So, is the turn a nice move for white? Oh, yeah. Is it Sente? Oh, yeah. White gets a great move for free. Uh-uh. Come out again. Sente. Let's have white do what he's been doing. So black is alive. Oh, horrible cut. Whether we do it now or later. Let's imagine this. He's spinning all these moves and not doing anything yet. Yeah. So did you finish? Yes. And then here, telling him you better save. This is an important point. What's the value of the cut? What was the value in the cut? None. Unless we want to bother those stones on top. Ah, you better save or I'm going to bother those stones. Your move is not making good the threat.
Yeah.
So heck, you could play this way if you wanted. Now, I don't want to. It seems, I don't know, maybe it's best, but it's like a little scary there, maybe even fourth line. Is white going to fix? I think so. I'm not against this, but this is really missing it, yeah. Now, it's funny. You just know all this stuff. My students will go over review, and I say, now, where should you play? Here. Why didn't you play there? I don't know. It's like doing what you know is the hardest thing in Go. Fix. Oh, time to be aggressive. He has a weakness. Oh, don't help him. You're trying to build the top. Okay. So getting area 1 in Gote versus getting profit by attacking over the next, where we're going to put it. Let's put it here. Over the next 50 moves. So I would, keeping white weak is more profitable than an area in Gote. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so you wouldn't start with the cut. You would again kind of threaten to.
This is a good question. Let's imagine I can imagine white saying, I don't care if you take away my center. I didn't want the center anyway. So maybe it's a good thing to say, I want you to commit right now. Matter of fact, I want to see what you're going to do. Just start asking questions. There we go. Yeah, finding your way. Yeah, I'd say probably Atari's best to start with. Make him commit and then see what you want to do. This move is super tempting because you're building area 1 on a large scale in Sente. Really? No. Honey the headed 2 as you're aiming for that cut.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
I
certainly
had
what
the
I
cut
would think of.
in mind.
Yeah, you're focused on the right, which is big. But yeah, oh, it's just so painful. Uh, So this is now nothing, right? White's just going to be alive. And did you succeed and get the right? No.
It was some time ago. I don't really remember. Yeah.
So White's troubles are gone, and White got profit, and you got what? Not much yet. I just have 10 minutes is all. Okay, so we can see direction of play has steered you in a wrong direction here. It's so sad that White's weakness is all fixed, and we got almost nothing for it. Kind of big. Is there a problem here? I don't think so. For viewers, if this, I mean, God, is the worst way to get points. Just for fun, Black has created approximately 2, 4, 6, 8-ish. White's created 2, 4, 6-ish. So it's like, is Black really gaining anything? No. So let's try another way. Let's try the cut. And White says, I don't want you to have that area. I'm going to take that area. Great, take it. It's just, that's the beauty of this kind of jump. It's so hard. It's probably the best you can do. So you got something, but it's just not that big. And White's getting stuff too. So White, this is giving Black an awful lot, yeah. I haven't read this out, but if we think White has room, then I think just capturing, because I don't care if White can live in the corner or not. That's such a small area. And the other option is, well, if White cuts, yeah, there can't be a problem. White's so weak everywhere. So I think there's chances for White on the right. So I'm going to play this way. Out. Sorry. Not Sente. Okay. We're fine everywhere. White's fine everywhere. Let's look at the big areas. Area 1, Area 2. I guess Area 3 can get big for White. Black cleaning up Area 4. The perimeter's in shambles. I mean, it's so wide. So starting to take Area 4. Area 4 is a ×2. There's some big threats here. So this deals with 3 and 4 at the same time. This deals well with one of them. And you don't care if White plays that way. Okay. Area 1, White can take it in not exactly Sente. You can take it in for sure Gote. I kind of like that. White can't cut. That's nice. And it brings up this stuff again. So of all those areas, I'm thinking area 2. It's like white needs to answer. But like that. And then down. And we can go further because white, careful there, buddy. We have Sente. That could really damage. Yeah. Yeah. So during the game, trying to step back regularly and get an objective view, which is why don't play fast games. I'm talking to all those Q players out there. Stop playing these super fast games. You don't have time to think. All you're doing is cementing in bad thinking, bad habits. But I'm doing it for fun. Great, go have fun. But don't claim you're trying to get good at Go. Okay, that's probably it. We have 5 minutes if we want it. Anything else to look at here, George?
Not that I can think of. That's been great. Don't think so.
A silly thing here that I tend to think about. There's a Ko here, right?
Yeah.
And white can't save. White can only play Ko.
Mm.
Now, there's a lot of ways that this can go. But when I see this in my head, I'm thinking, I don't mind playing over here. Because if he tries to surround me, there can be some really nasty stuff. So in this position, I start reading this out and I go, how can I get here? How can I make this interesting? So to me, it means, oh, maybe here, maybe here. See what he does. Is he going to just submit? Can I go further? What's he going to do? So the whole point is I'm looking over here.
Mm.
And I'm starting to think, okay, how do I, what's the timing here?
In fact, later in the game, I had some severe liberty issues in that area. Maybe can you give me control quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're in danger. That's for sure.
Yeah. And I had no clue what he was doing initially, but he really squeezed me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I should let you go, Lance, but thank you very much.
Yeah. The last thing is what I was saying there. It may have sounded crazy, but the point is, I think there's some real Aji in White's position. And the stronger you get, the more you start seeing Aji. Oh, what can I do there? And it means you can go in directions you might not originally think about. Okay. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. George, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we'll see you all later. Bye.
See ya. Bye.